What could go wrong, Phil? I'm sure that they're going to do a bang-up job refining oil into product.
You over in the People's Republic of California? Absolutely, right? I mean, this is how Hugo Chavez started in Venezuela. You know, he took over the oil companies, kicked everybody out, and then figured out they couldn't run them, right? Exactly. No, this is just a new definition of California dreaming. But make no mistake about it, Dagan, the state of California, you know, has abused the energy companies, right, with ridiculous regulations, calling them up in front of boards. And every one of their policies means California consistently pays the highest gas tax in the nation, and they're very lucky because they almost put through another 65-cent a gallon tax that they delayed. Very smart at a time when California is really having a lot of issues.
Right, big oil got sued by that jerk we're looking at who's next to you. So, right. And then you wonder why they're leaving. Go on, Brian.
We're not talking about you, Phil. Don't worry. Hey, I want to talk about somebody who does understand power needs, though. Can we talk about Doug Burgum for a second? Interior Secretary, he says he wants all U.S. power plants to increase capacity by 10 to 15%. Now, that sounds like somebody who's actually thinking about future needs, but I'm curious, take us into that a little bit. I mean, you can't, you know, pardon the pun, but you can't just flip a switch to do that in these places, or can you?
You can, not overnight, but you can start moving in that direction. You know, I would say that Doug Burgum's move is similar to what John Kennedy said when America needs to go to the moon. Because let's face it, artificial intelligence is the space race of our generation. And because of President Joe Biden and his energy policies, we're falling behind, right? If you look at our electricity capacity, investments have been wasted. They've been misappropriated into crazy green energy schemes. And as we just mentioned, in California and across the nation, this demonizing of the U.S. oil and gas industry has pushed us back from where we need to be. He gets it. And if we're going to compete in the economy of the future, we better do this because otherwise we're going to lose out economically and also from a national security standpoint, because artificial intelligence is going to be major, you know, when it comes to the weapons systems of the future.
But with President Trump via executive order rolling back the EV mandate or the tailpipe emissions regulations that Joe Biden's EPA put in place, and the same thing trying to happen with California and its EV mandate, which kicks in 2035, that does free up how much electricity capacity, Bill?
Well, it does, but it was never growing the way it was supposed to, right, Dagan? I mean, you know, the people that are thanking, you know, President Trump more are the auto companies because they realize they've lost billions of dollars on this. Listen, when you get to the electricity capacity, the electric cars and all that, when you got to really focus on, you know, the mistake that was made by the Biden administration. They thought electric cars were the future. You know, that's like believing that VCRs were the future, you know, when you had new technologies coming down.
Right. Or Betamax.
Whoa, that's going way back on that
Betamax.
one. That's a good one.
I still have a Betamax. Great picture.
Phil Flynn, Mr. Betamax over there. Hey, talk to us about President Trump's plan to increase U.S. energy exports, natural gas exports to Asia. That sounds like a good move natural resource-wise, but it's also like definitely a foreign policy, defense implications as well. Phil, talk about that.
Yeah, I think it is. I think President Trump is trying to expand our energy dominance, right? Open up Alaska, you know, find new customers for that energy. But at the same time, you know, we're competing, you know, for the North Atlantic, you know, the North Pole, believe it or not. You know, Russia's moving in that area. So I think he's trying to get customers all over the globe, more customers in Asia, more customers in Europe. And let's face it, the United States has a home field advantage. We have the cheapest hydrocarbon on the planet. We can use that to our benefit in a lot of ways. Bring manufacturing home, you know, but at the same time, you know, natural gas is going to be like the oil was for Saudi Arabia, you know, 50 years ago. Right. This is a very big growth market, and President Trump's going to be on top of it.
All sorts of leverage there.
Thank you, Phil. Great to see you. Phil Flynn. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.